Impressions, where we give you our initial thoughts on TV shows, video games, and comic books. My name is K.C'arl Lee.
And I am Jaysen Headley. This week we're going to be just doing comics, so...
Woo! January 14, 1920.
1998. No, 2015. And so next week we'll get back into Arrow and Flash and all that fun stuff. For this week, let's do some comics. First up is...
Damn it, you just bent my comic!
Batgirl.
Batgirl!
Number 38. What'd you think?
Batgirl! I love the cover. This issue really touches upon the whole, you know, social media aspect of our culture, and not that this is the first comic to do it, and it isn't, but it does a really good job of it. It has this nice comparison between, like, the social media, celebrity, who's getting all this exposure and gets away with things because of their celebrity and their status and fame and power and whatnot, and it's being compared to Batgirl, who's been blowing up into social media and getting popular, and people are saying, like, you know, well, in the comic rather, it's like, you know, is she getting away with stuff too? And, you know, and so Barbara Gordon's kind of struggling with that, and she's dating a cop who actually is kind of not liking Batgirl. So there's this whole dynamic of, like, dual lives, dual whatever, and you know, I like the art in it, and it's pretty cool, and I think that they end up adding a lot of stuff to it. It's not very completely straightforward, so there's complexities, there's complexity in relationships, there's something else going on at the end, you're like, what? And obviously goes into the next storyline, I believe. And so, all in all, I enjoyed it and liked it, and I am going to give it 3.5. 3.5?
Awesome. Alright, so my first book of the week was Shutter, number 8. I can never find their numbers because they're right now. You know, Carl and I talked about this because you got caught off on Shutter and you didn't really like the last couple of issues, which I loved.
I don't know if I was just out of it. I mean, couldn't read it.
I really like the storyline in this issue. I think it's cool that we're finally moving somewhere with this storyline. I love that we're, you know, spoiler alert, we're now going to be looking for her mom. I think that's really cool. I love all these characters, and I still love the world a lot. I especially love, there's this whole thing with the cat who lost his head in the last issue.
I like that.
And now he get, like, the little boy, her little brother, like, loves the cat, and so it's very heartwarming.
I like that dynamic.
Yeah, and, you know, what can I say? This is a really, really fun book. I think this issue had a lot of, like, backstory, which was a little slow at first, but then once we got into it, once we kind of opened up what the next part of the story is going to be about, I think that's really exciting. So, I am going to give it a 3 this week. I give it a 3.5. I'm going to take your half stars.
The art
looks
better than last time.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Mortal Kombat X! This is a digital first thing, and I got the Sub-Zero cover. I was like, Jason, which one I should get? Sub-Zero or Scorpion? Because I'm not familiar enough. I was like, which one's better? And I ended up really liking Scorpion in this issue. His story is great. I don't know, I just really liked it, and the art's really dynamic and fun, and the storyline's a lot of fun, and I'm thinking, wow, is this going to be in the new game? And I assume it is, so I'm actually totally on board and getting the second issue and even checking out the game. I mean, I've been exposed to Mortal Kombat before in the past, but nothing from the story really kind of drew me in, but this, for some reason, I'm very interested in. They're talking about portals being opened up to other worlds, and it makes me wonder, is DC gonna enter into that eventually somehow? I don't know. Probably not for Mortal Kombat X, but maybe in the future. It's a lot of fun. I give it a 3.
Like that didn't end. A 3. Alright, next up is probably the biggest release of the week. Everywhere we went today had about 80,000 copies of this book. It's Star Wars #1 by Jason Aaron and, what's his name? Robert Cassidy? John Cassidy?
Oh, John
Cassidy.
I'm gonna give this a 4.
You know, I like this a lot more than I thought I was going to. Star Wars for me is a very hit or miss franchise. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I'm like, ooh. It's very akin story-wise to the original trilogy, and rightly so, as it takes place between Episode 4 and Episode 5. Just the way the story is presented, the way the story is told, the way the characters are shown. It doesn't go crazy overboard. A lot of Star Wars books like to do this thing where like, oh my god, we gotta give so much fan service, and then they just go overboard and there's no story. And this did not do that. There was quite a bit of story. I really liked the way the characters were portrayed. I liked the art quite a bit. I mean, I really like this artist anyway, so there you go. And it was just really fun. I'm excited to see where this goes, and it's really getting me back into Star Wars, so good job, guys. I'm gonna give you a 4. Can't wait to see more.
got the same as Mortal Kombat X.
Ooh.
Superman Wonder Woman 15. Look, I got the Flash anniversary cover.
Ooh.
So he's like running in on them, trying to make out in the clouds. I'm sticking on board because I really like Joe Tomasi's work. Joe Tomasi?
Peter Tomasi?
Oh my god. Yeah, Peter Tomasi's work. So, you know, they introduced, lots of spoilers obviously, Magog. And he's never been seen in this new 52 before, so I like that because there's this whole thing where he doesn't even know who he is, and he's actually being created through a human being, so he's like a human host. Now I can't remember if that existed before, but then he's brought back, you know, into this world from Cersei, and I don't know if I care about Cersei, but I don't know, it's interesting, it was fun, you know, so this, I will give it a 3. So Mortal Kombat X 4, Superman Wonder Woman 15.
Wow. Alright, and now, very special, our last book of the week is by Ken Nimura. This is the first time that this book has been translated into English. It is Henshin. For you guys who maybe recognize the artist or don't know who he is at all, he is the artist of a little book called I Kill Giants, which was written by Joe Kelly, and it is my absolute favorite book of all time, so I had to pick this up.
Better than Saga.
Yeah, more than Saga. So this actually kind of chronicles, it has like 13 different little mini stories within one big book. It's all done by Ken himself, and the art and everything, and it's so cool to get inside his head, and he has such fun little stories, and he's very relatable, especially for me as another writer. It's great to see another writer kind of goes through the same crap I do. He has an obsession with cats the way I have with dogs. I think that's really great. He talks about this cat that he doesn't actually own. He talks about, but that like lives at his house. He talks about creativity in a way that's very, you know, I really relate to. I really loved this book. It's a whole graphic novel, so if you get a chance, pick it up. It's a lot of fun. The art is great. The storytelling is great. It's my favorite book this week. I'll just say that now, so I'm going to give it 5 stars.
For $20.
For $20.
Yeah, so, you know, this is going to be a short week for us, so we did watch Gallivant episode 1 and 2, which I thought was entertaining.
Yeah,
the music
I loved
was
it. It was great.
Interesting and fun and worth watching
Very
so
funny,
far.
Yeah.
Nothing else to report.
We watched the first episode of Agent Carter, and
Yeah,
we liked that despite it being made by Marvel.
We love Marvel.
Oh.
Shit.
It's fun.
We just did one book right here.
I know.
Marvel.
I did like Star Wars for Marvel. That was great. So there are a lot of big video games coming up. There's a lot of big video game news. There's a lot of big releases coming out. There are TV shows coming back, and we can't wait to review all of them for you. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. I'm at @KukamungaCat. That's at carlkaholi. We'll put links to our blog in the sections below. We're hoping to really get back on track with those a little bit more. And anything else you'd like to add?
Did you already say like, subscribe, and
oh yeah, like,
comments?
subscribe, and comments. So we love comments. We love reading those. Those are great. Make sure your friends are watching. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I don't want to add anything.
You don't want to add anything?
I don't want to add anything.
Well, that means that I did a good job or a horrible job. Okay, so we'll see you guys.
Play video games.
Yes, we are. All right, we'll see you guys next week for more reviews.
Yeah, see you later, man.
Oh, your salute blew up in your face.
You're filming? I'm not ready. I'm just kidding. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Welcome to First Impression! So there's this whole dynamic of like dual lives, dual whatever, and
What just happened?
no, thank you!
You're out of...
What?
You're supposed to be talking.
I am talking.
You didn't talk. You spent 20 seconds going, Dear God. Why don't you just start?
I am starting right now. So Batgirl, right?